And welcome into another edition of Coach's Corner. This is NAHL edition. I'm joined, as always, by head coach of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, Tom Kowal. We're rocking some nice headgear today. I like it.
Supporting the Revolution Ice Center.
Absolutely. Our rink, the Revolution Ice Center here in Pittston, Pennsylvania, where there will be a couple of home games this weekend against the Aston Rebels. But first, let's talk about last week. You guys played the Rebels on Friday. You had them on Tuesday before that, and then on Saturday you had the Northeast Generals. You guys went 2-1 in that stretch. You're up to 5-6 on the year. Had an impressive win against that same Rebels team, which is off to a good start themselves. Just in terms of last weekend and the impressions you took away, coming back from Minnesota, you've gotten a homestand under your feet now. What have you liked thus far?
Each game we're learning a little bit. We're 11, 12 games into the season right now. Anytime you can go 2-1 in a week, we never did that last year except for one time against Kenai last year. So pretty happy with the progress, the development the team is showing right now. Some of the players are starting to build some chemistry. They're starting to feel more comfortable as a junior hockey player. They're not quote-unquote rookies anymore. And everybody's contributing. We've done this with Grant Valentine injured. We've had Joe Schuler, a kid I traded for over the summer, veteran that hasn't been in the lineup all year. Braden Brown, our leading scorer from last season, has been out for 3 weeks now. So it's given our younger guys some opportunities to get in there, be productive, get their feet wet, and now hopefully we'll be getting some of these veteran boys back, and they'll add to the development of our team, and hopefully we'll get have a good weekend this weekend against Aston.
Now you guys have scored 3 games in a row now, 5 goals or more. Obviously, as you just mentioned, you've seen some players kind of step into a better comfort level at this level of junior hockey. What do you like about the forward group specifically thus far? Not to dismiss the defense at all, but in terms of the offense thus far, the forwards, does that seem like it's a step up from what you had last year, at least in terms of some of the explosiveness and some of the skill?
I think you could count on one hand, Tim, how many times we scored 5 goals last season. So, we're in our second year this year. Yeah. We had a year to kind of recruit guys that fit our style, guys that fit the way our staff coaches. And, we like you said, we've been very successful on the board offensively, but we need to work a little bit defensively. It's goals win hockey games, but you got to score one more than they do. And unfortunately, we've let up, a couple more than 5 in the last couple games. But all in all, offensively, when you're scoring goals, you got to be happy. Now it's just we got to work a little bit defensively, and I think after this weekend practice, we should be much better this weekend.
Now, Joe Campolito, he's traded away. He is off with the Tri-Valley Storm. Did I get that team name right?
Tri-City Storm.
Tri-City Storm, excuse me. And you brought in a new player this week in George Hansen. He skated with the team for a couple of days now. Early impressions on a new addition like him joining the team, as you mentioned, kind of 10, 11 games into the season.
Well, Joseph Campolito, he's arguably one of the best defensemen offensively, especially in the North American Hockey League. So you're never going to replace a guy like that, within a couple of days of a transaction being made. So we wish Joseph the best of luck at Tri-City, but it's time to move on. We got to worry about what the Wilkes-Barre Knights are doing, and we brought in George Hansen from the Metro Jets NA3 team. He's just getting his feet wet. It's one of those guys when a kid moves on, it's an opportunity for somebody else to step up. So here's a player that we've got out of the NA3. Our own family. Yeah. You kind of like to promote within, and so they're right out of the North American League family. Give a kid an opportunity, see what he can do, and hopefully George makes the best of it over the weekend.
Now, lastly, I'd be remiss not to ask this. Obviously, the big news around here in the last couple of days, Ivan Provorov, a player who was a part of this organization a couple of years ago, not the NA level, but at the youth level, made the Philadelphia Flyers main roster out of the preseason. He's expected to stay. In the time that you saw him out here, does this surprise you at all? Obviously, he's a special talent.
Not a surprise at all. I think I quoted in the article, I just can't believe it took him this long. You know, he is a special player.
Yeah.
You know, he was, when I got the job here at Wilkes-Barre for the Knights, he was already here. I mean, our coach Alex Vasco brought him in. He's part of a national championship with this youth program. He comes back here and trains. You know, he's a great billboard to represent the Wilkes-Barre Knights. But he's had a very successful career, and I think he's just begun. Talking to some of those Flyer scouts and the coaches up there, you know, it sounds like Ivan has progressed, developed, and I think you're going to see a lot of Ivan Provorov this year for the Philadelphia Flyers.
I'm sure that makes a lot of our local fan base happy as well, as a lot of Flyer fans around here. But as always, Coach, we thank you for the few minutes for Coach's Corner. The Knights will play 7:30 on both Friday and Saturday here at the Revolution Ice Center against the Aston Rebels. If you want to come on down, our Pink the Rink month continues to support breast cancer awareness, as well as if you'd like to check us out online to find out more information about upcoming promotional events, upcoming games, highlights, articles, schedules. It's www.wbsknights.com. You can follow us on Twitter at WBSKnights. You can find us on Facebook at Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights Hockey, and also Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights on YouTube. My name is Tim Mulhaupt, signing off here for Coach Kowal, and we hope to see you this weekend.